How do you do? How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? I'm so sorry that I can't be there in person to be at this banquet that is doing this brilliant work of trying to organize as much funding as possible for the museum that they are building right now in Israel, so that to celebrate the work of the settlers who make Aliyah, the people who make Aliyah to Israel, and they become the settlers. Those settlers are the front line of defense, as Ariel Sharon said to me in Israel about 10 years ago when he brought me to the settlers and to show me how they live and what they're going through, to the anguish and the pain and the misery of sacrificing so much of their money, or so much of their comfort, so much of everything that they had so comfortably in America, and they gave it all up so that they could be in the first line of defense of Israel. He told me that they are doing more for Israel than anybody in the country, and that these people who are so devotedly religious and think of the land as the land of Israel, and that this is where we belong and this is where we hope to be. Lashona haba be'eretz Yisrael, that's all we say all day long for all our holidays. So often we give up so much of ourselves to help, to make sure that the settlers should be as comfortable as possible, should be able to endure all the pain and the difficulties of living there. But they don't feel like it's pain and difficulty. They feel a great pleasure and a great thrill in the sacrifices they make, that they don't even feel of it as a sacrifice, because they are where they feel the Jews should be and where they belong. And they're always in danger. The danger is constant, and the support they have from the rest of the world is not existent. They're not only facing the Arabs, they're facing the obnoxious hate of all the anti-Semites all over Europe, who think of the settlers as the main cause of the problem of the peace in the area. The settlers are anxious to make peace, and Israel is anxious to make peace, but they're always being attacked, and they're always being... Nobody can accept the fact that the Jews even belong there, that Israel has a right to even exist, and the Hamas keeps attacking from different sides and different places. And when they're not attacking, they're coming from different places, from other sides, from Syria and from here and there. And Israel is standing alone among so many enemies, and they don't even get any support from America anymore. There was a time that American presidents were always there to help Israel in every way, to help defend themselves and help them survive. Now we have a president in the United States who is giving Israel nothing but problems, and making it more difficult every day for Israel to survive in the midst of all the enemies that they're facing from every part of the globe. There's no support anywhere for the settlers. And look what every time bombs are falling in Israel, rockets are coming down on Israel every single day, and nobody condemns it. Where do you hear any complaint about it? Not even from the American president. The only thing they complain about is that the settlers extended a kitchen or extended a toilet, or 2 more people moved in. And these settlers, who are they? They're the most peaceful, loving people in the world. They came there to pray. And they came there to go to shul and to come back from shul and to learn and to think of peace and to think of just bettering the lives of Jews all over the world. The last thing they want to do is be in a war. But a war is imposed upon them because nobody accepts them. That's why we are building this magnificent edifice, this museum, to commemorate the significance of what we are all doing here, to celebrate the fact that these settlers are our main source of survival, and they are the ones who are protecting us, and they're sacrificing their lives for us, and do everything possible to make sure that Israel exists. And who else knows them? Who else cares? Nobody. Since Ariel Sharon, who cared so much, and they loved him so much because he fought for them and he wanted them to survive, and he knew how significant and important they were to the meaning and the depth of the misery that they go through in Israel. He knew that they were the ones who are helping us survive more than anybody else. A lot of people say the religious people and the settlers are a problem. They're not the problem. The problem is the Hamas. The problem is our enemies who are trying to destroy Israel, and it's the settlers who wouldn't allow it. And how could they be a problem if they're living there so peacefully? And why should it even be mentioned as a problem? The problem is that Israel is being bombed every day by people who don't refuse to accept peace and refuse to allow Israel to exist. And the problem that we exist and we're minding our own business and just sitting there and praying and learning and studying, this is the problem. A person without a weapon, without a gun, without an attempt to start a fight, just sitting there trying to defend themselves, this guy is a problem. He's a problem just because he exists. Existence is their only problem. And anybody who calls them a problem is an enemy of Israel, and they should be recognized as the enemies of Israel. And they are the ones who are the problem, not the settlers. The settlers are causing no problem to anybody except the people who are trying to destroy the state of Israel. And we should thank God that we have an opportunity now to commemorate and celebrate the settlers by building this museum. This museum costs money. It can't be built without money. That's why we have this great occasion here tonight. And that's why we're having this great party and this great get-together, so that we could all get together and appreciate what we're living for and what we're doing here, and contribute as much as we can and sacrifice as much money and as much of our time and effort as we can to make sure that this museum happens. And it can't happen unless we all support it and make sure it happens. So it's up to me and you. And this is our opportunity to do something that's one of the great mitzvahs of our time. I hope you participate, and I hope you help out, and I want to thank you for being here, and God bless you for the great work that you're doing. Thank you.